Hi everyone. So I made a lot of videos today, but I'm probably going to keep going. You never know. I might forget to do it tomorrow. Who knows? Probably not. So these videos I'm going to be making now are, I'm going to read you a little bit of some stories I've written. None of them are finished, but they are stories I've written. I also publish them on Meeba and Wattpad. Only 3 out of the several that I'm going to be reading are actually published, but those 3, I think, are going to be the ones I don't read first. I'm going to start with my older stuff, the stuff that I started a long time ago, and I got better out throughout time each story. So they might not sound the greatest. Don't judge me. I get it. I'm not the best writer, so don't. Okay? So the first one is my first book. Not book, but first story I started to write was called, well, it's not the first ever one, but the one I'm going to be reading today is Summer Love. I'm not good with summaries, but when I was making the summary, this is what I put. So I mean, you could judge me, but it's not great. So my summary for Summer Love, so people could read it on Meeba, was: Rosemary Valentine is a regular girl who loves books, and all she wants is to be normal. Nothing more, nothing less. But of course, we never get to get what we wish for, and that's when Dimitri Stone comes into her life. So that's all I put for the Summer Love summary, so you can have kind of what an idea was. But yeah, obviously it's not very much of an idea of what the story is about, so how about I give you a little bit of the first chapter. And they're not long. Not even close. I think all my chapters are like less than 5 pages. Not even. So, chapter 1 of Summer Love. Sorry, it's loading. Okay, chapter 1. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, there's like oh. It's only a page. Chapter 1's a page. So. Come on, it's so slow. Oh, here we go. He walked up the stairs to the library and walked into the cool building. It was a very hot day, and everyone was wearing shorts and tank tops, except for him. He wore black jeans and a black elbow-length t-shirt. Other than his clothes, something about him made me shiver. I'm cringing right now. He walked to the first shelf of books near the front of the library, looked through them, and looked through them. See, I can't even read, and I know these stories. Everyone noticed him and did nothing to show, and it's supposed to say he didn't nothing to show he noticed. And yet it was like he felt their hawk-stalking eyes were looking at him. What? I was a terrible writer. Dang. Continuing. It was also like he was used to it. I was about to go back to reading when someone screamed. Ooh. Oh my god! That's me impersonating a different A girl with short black hair said as she ran over to him. The guy slowly turned around and looked at her. You're Dimitri Stone, aren't you? She said, trying not to jump out of her skin, but failed miserably. Jean Guy smiled slightly, then leaned down and whispered something into her ear. Sorry. The book shifted. Stop it. Whisper something into the short-haired girl's ear. I didn't even put the word ear in there. Are you kidding? Then he stood straight and went back to the books. The short-haired girl walked away, but back to her group of happy-go-lucky friends, saying nothing. I watched her as her friend tried to get the info out of her. So is it him? A girl with blonde curly hair asked. What did he say? A girl with long straight brown hair asked. Stop it. It wasn't who I thought it was. He's crazy, and that's all, the short black-haired girl said, leaving the building, and her friends followed. I turned and looked at Jean Guy again. He was still looking at books. I slowly looked over him. What? Do I know grammar? I slowly looked him over, but I found nothing that was odd about him, other than his clothes. But yet again, I still couldn't shake the feeling that made me ask myself, why is he still weirding me out to the point of shivering? I decided to ignore it and went back to reading my book, Mad Love, since Valentine's Day is in a month. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 1, and I got to say, I'm not impressed with myself. Of course not. What is this? This is dreadful. This is the worst thing I've ever read. And it's been a really long time since I read my own book, and I just realized how bad I was a writer. I made this when I was still in high school, so it kind of explains a lot, but at the same time, it's just like, that was me. I did this, and I'm reading it, and there's like little lines of red, 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 and this is on Google Docs, so I'm just like, okay. Well then, I don't even feel like you should even. Hello?